Hello, everybody. How are you? Happy New Year to you all. I hope your holidays were happy and very safe. Mine were very, very good. I got to spend the day at my aunt's house. My uncle picked me up about 10:30 that morning, Christmas morning, and then he brought me home, I guess about 5 o'clock. So that was good. And then I talked to my boys, of course, and my daughters, and talked to my grandbabies. So that was the highlight of my day, of course. And then didn't do anything for New Year's. I stayed in bed and just tried to keep warm as best as possible. It has been so fucking cold. It's been miserable. I absolutely hate the cold. So, yeah, I don't mind wintertime. I mean, I really don't. I like winter. It's just the cold settles into my metal so much that it aches so badly and just makes me hurt so much that that's the only reason I hate wintertime. So, if it weren't so damn cold, I don't really mind winter. So, you know, when it's not freezing ass cold, I don't mind winter. Other than that, it's cool. There, I'm gonna plug in my unit. But yeah, New Year has started out pretty good. I ended up right before the New Year. I ended up getting a call from the main library at Smith County, and she wanted to set up for me to give a class on my tarantulas. So I have that set in for July 10th at 6 p.m., which was awesome. But the absolutely really awesome part is that there are 3 libraries in Smith County, and all 3 of them want me to give a class on tarantulas. So now I'm just waiting to hear from the other 2 libraries in the county, because she said the other 2 definitely want to have me come. So just from my public library here in town, plus Smith County, that's 4 classes, period, already that I'm going to be giving so far this summer. And I was shocked, because I really did not realize that out here there were more than 1 library per county. I mean, out at Virginia Beach, of course, there's more than 1 per city, of course. But out here, this is small area, small towns, so you don't really think of having more than 1 in a city out here because they're so small. But hopefully hopefully I'll be hearing from like Pulaski County, Bland County, Giles, maybe Carroll. So that's another 4, and God only knows how many libraries they have. So hopefully by the end of February, I will know how many classes I'll have set, because I want to get them set up as soon as possible, because I want to make sure they're all set up. That way when it comes time for me to get my doctor's appointment set up, that, I'm not going to have any overlap with my doctor's appointments. And, when I did my class last year, it was rough on me. It took quite a few days for me to recuperate from it, and I don't want to schedule too many in a week if I can help it. At most I'd like to have 2 a week at the very most. So I'd like to be able to get them scheduled early. That way I'm not hurting myself too much. So that's why I want to get them set up as early as I can. That way they can hopefully work with me better with the dates, so I'm not killing myself trying to do too much in a week. So, but yeah, I was, when I heard her say, we've got 3 libraries that want to host you, I felt like a kid at Christmas. I just wanted to jump up and down. So yeah, that was absolutely thrilling to hear. So that was one of the, that was the best Christmas present for me. Of course, hearing from my kids and grandkids was the best, but that hearing about that was also amazing. So that was really, really nice. But let's see. Did not make any New Year's resolutions. When I was younger, I used to do that, but I've stopped doing that because I realized I was setting myself up for failure. Because you make the resolution at the new year, and, normally by 2 months in, they've fallen by the wayside, whatever it is, whether it's going to the gym or losing weight or, whatever. So I don't do resolutions. My only goal is the same thing I do pretty much every day, is just to work on myself and work on being a better person, and just, be the best mom and best Nona that I can be. And, that's pretty much all I want in life, is just to be a better me. So that doesn't change just because it's a new year. Um, that's just a daily thing I work at. So, making a resolution just because it's a new year just doesn't work for me. So I just don't bother with it. Um, it just, like I said, for me, it just would set me up for failure, and there's no point for that. Um, let's see. Last time I talked with Jasmine, which was right before Christmas, let's see, I know I had talked about hopefully stopping therapy by the end of the year, and I had really, really considered it. I mean, Jasmine and I, we have talked about absolutely, we've talked about so much and worked through so many things. I mean, we've talked about my dad's death and my grief, my tendency to blame myself for everything. We've talked about my abuse that I've been through from my husband's, but well, we're coming up on 4 years we've been working together, and in that time we've briefly touched on the one issue that is at the root of everything, but we've never gotten in depth on it, and that's because I've been real skilled at sidestepping the issue because I've never wanted to look too deeply into it, and that's my mother and the way she fucked me up. So, instead of stopping my therapy, we are going to be focusing on that. Which kind of terrifies me, but I can't break all this toxicity in me without getting down to the true core of what made me this way, and what made me this way was her. So it's time to stop sidestepping her and start dealing with her. So as much as I may not like it, it has to be done. So I've got 2 appointments scheduled with her this month. I think I've got 2 already scheduled for next month. So, we've got good start for the year. So that's always good. I had to go out this morning for my mammogram, and it was fucking cold at fucking 7:30 this morning. I left here at 7:30. I was back by 9. Changed right back into my PJs, got under my covers, and went back to sleep. I wasn't about to stay in my clothes and stay awake. Not even. So it was way too damn cold, and it's still barely above freezing right now. It's just been too cold. Had some snow, but not a whole lot. So it was snowing, it was blowing snow when I was out, but not that much, so. This will be a rough year for my oldest son. The submarine he's on, that's in the process of being built. They should be finished this year and be doing their sea trials and everything, and quite possibly end up going on an actual 6-month cruise by the end of the year. So that's not going to be nice for him and his wife, but we'll have to wait and see. It's just, I mean, they, they understand that's what, they signed up for and everything, but they really do love each other so much that they don't want to be away from each other for that long. And it just, it warms my heart so much, because, when my son dated, when he was younger, and even after he got out of school, he never dated one girl for very long, and the one girl he did date for any amount of time, he kind of messed that up. So to see him have this kind of relationship, and how much he loves her and how deeply he loves her, is just, I love that for him. It's what I've always wanted for him, and I'm so glad he found it. So yeah, I'm glad he's found that kind of love. So, hopefully, I don't wish that things would break on the submarine, but, maybe things go a little slower, so by the time he's up for shore duty, they're not ready, they haven't gone out to sea yet, so, who knows? You never know. That's what I would hope for him, so we'll see. I lost another 2 tarantulas. My Trinidad olive, Danae, she had just molted. I was, checking on everybody, giving water, and I saw her. She had made some really extensive tunneling underneath all her substrate, and I saw her on the left side, and I looked over and I saw a molt on the right side, and she wasn't moving, and her fangs were still mainly transparent, so she died right after molting, and I don't know what happened. And then my metallic pink-toed Taiba, she died, and I don't know why. So that really sucks. But I got them saved and preserved. I've got Danae here. And then I've got my Kaiba. So, yeah, I've got them preserved. Just sucks that they died. I'm down to 50 now, maybe 51, I think. So I think for Mother's Day I'll ask for some tarantulas again. Maybe my kids will be real nice to me. So, have to wait and see. Fingers crossed. But everybody else seems to be doing good. My Goliath Pinkfoot bird eater seems to be doing okay. His, one fang is buried into the bottom of his carapace where it goes in, and I'm hoping he'll be okay, and when he molts that it'll be fine, but I'll just have to keep a good eye on him and watch when he does molt and make sure nothing gets stuck. So, he's a good 7 inches, so he's pretty big and I don't want to lose him, so I'll have to watch him pretty carefully. And one of my curly hairs, he molted in November, but he actually matured out as a mature male. He got his tibial hooks, so that's a bittersweet thing because he's not going to be around but for a year at the most. So I hate that, but I can call him a big boy now. He's about 7 inches too now, so I just hate knowing that I'll be losing quite a few here in the next 8 to 12 months. Never good knowing you're gonna lose them, but what can you do? So, I don't think I have any more news. I think that's pretty much about it. Like I said, I'm just going to be waiting to hear from all the other libraries, and if I don't hear from them by the end of January, I'll probably start calling myself to see about setting things up if they want, and go from there. But it feels really good to have a purpose again. I was always loved working. And then when Dad fell, I had a purpose of taking care of him. And then when he died, I lost having a purpose. So giving these classes during the late spring to early fall has really made it to where I have a purpose again, and I'm really thrilled about it. So it's been really invigorating to feel that sense of purpose again, and I'm just ecstatic to be able to do it. So All right, well, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day and take care out there. Enjoy the rest of your week. And remember, this world loves you, and so do I. Bye.